Avengers Endgame is 100% the biggest movie to ever hit the screens, with the build-up lasting over 10 years and 21 movies before it. With a runtime of just over 3 hours, it will be easy to assume fans may just start to switch off at the end. With such devastating events and emotional scenes, the only thing stopping you from watching the movie and understanding its ending are your own tears. If you've not seen Endgame, turn away now, as this is the ending of Avengers Endgame, explained. Our three main heroes of Iron Man, Captain America and Thor prepare to fight Thanos in an epic final showdown. Thor uses his newly made axe Stormbreaker from Infinity War, as well as his hammer he stole from his 2013 self. As Thanos bats away Iron Man and presses Stormbreaker into the chest of the Norse god, we see Mjolnir begin to rise, flying into the hand of none only than Captain America. This references of course the classic scene from Age of Ultron, as the Avengers each try to lift the hammer, with Steve coming closest, Thor claiming they simply are not worthy. Fans of the comics will also be pleased, as many have been waiting for this moment to arrive, as no one is more worthy than Captain America. We must not forget another noteworthy scene that fans have been yearning for ever since the tease back in 2015's Age of Ultron. The Cap at the front of his troops calls for the Avengers to finally assemble. A tragic death that we all saw coming as soon as the plan to retrieve the Infinity Stones was announced was the death of Black Widow. Red Skull, before her demise, finally reveals to her the name of her father, giving her an identity, whilst also hinting at the prequel solo movie she is set to have in the future. The now smart and strong Professor Hulk says that he tried to get her back when he snapped the first time, bringing everyone back, but Clint believes it wasn't possible. The Soul Stone alone makes sure of it. One scene that may be seen as a plot hole was the face-off between both Nebulas and Gamora. In a bid to make her change her ways, Gamora angers the past Nebula and strikes out, going to shoot her. Not before our Nebula shoots her past self, killing her. Surely this would mean that Nebula can't exist. Well, as Hulk explained earlier in the film, time travel is different to how it's normally explained in the movies. He says you can't alter your past, as that has already happened. What you're doing is altering your future. Not exactly any clearer, but don't worry Nebula fans, she's fine. Possibly the saddest part of Endgame was the sacrifice Tony gave to save everyone else. Once Strange lifted his finger to show Stark he had one chance left, Tony grabbed the stones from the gauntlet Thanos had retrieved, and placed them on his own armour. Before Thanos could react, he had snapped his fingers, erasing Thanos and his army out of existence. I have a theory on that. If you want to check it out, it will be down in the description. The consequence to holding and using these stones cost Tony his life in a very heartfelt goodbye to Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Pepper Potts. Following on from this, we are shown his funeral as he left a message for his daughter Morgan, ending it with a throwback to the start of the film, telling her he loves her 3000. At the funeral, in the centre of the wreath Pepper places on the water, is the proof Tony Stark has a heart, ornament from Iron Man 1. All the Avengers are there, including the Guardians, Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, and even Harley from Iron Man 3. This could foreshadow the future of Iron Man, as he was always great with technology also. After the funeral, the Cap goes back in time to place back all the Infinity Stones. Many fans were left suspicious when he took with him Mjolnir, and didn't appear to have it with him when he returned the longer way round. This can simply be explained as all he must have done is return it to Thor along with the Reality Stone in 2013. Sam and Bucky expect to see him return from the time machine device, but instead see an older man sitting by the lake. This turns out to be Steve, as after returning the stones, he decided to go live his life and have that dance with Peggy Carter. Sam claims that he'll miss not having Captain America in the world, as Steve gives him his shield, offering up the mantle to new blood. How it got repaired? Let's not question that for now. How Thanos managed to damage it in the first place? Again, let's move on. Whilst Tony is gone and Steve looks as if he is no longer up for a fight, Thor has decided to offer the throne to Valkyrie as he joins the Guardians on their adventures. However, one is missing: Gamora. With James Gunn back to direct again, it will be interesting seeing how he can further develop the character of Thor. He might want to go to the gym for a bit first though, just, get a bit of fat burned off. Another question we may all have is, where is Loki now? As I explained in a previous video, Loki must still be alive as he stole the Tesseract from Tony, teleporting away. Perhaps this will be explored in his upcoming TV show on the Disney Plus streaming service, along with the stories of Bucky and Falcon, Wanda and Vision, and Hawkeye. So, what's going to happen in the future of the MCU? Well, Spider-Man Far From Home is set to come out this year, as it looks like Fury is to take hold of the mentor role left behind after Tony's death. Not forgetting about who the new villain will be for the next few phases. Some have speculated that it could be Doctor Doom or Galactus, but only time will tell with the introduction of the X-Men and Fantastic Four on their way. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.